In this episode, the completion of the Nazi pig theorem by Alan Barker. If it is indistinguishable from an auto pig, treat it as if it were an auto pig. With some basic voice recognition type software applied to raped subvocalized thoughts, I could write an AI-like program that sounded just like the repetitive, simple patterned Nazi pigs I am familiar with. In this sense, the real-time idiots do not even pass the Turing test. Actual people who are not torturers have names, they do not repeat things endlessly, they think things other than harassing you and commenting on your thoughts, and they can push a few calculator buttons. For instance, why do you never hear someone driving their car down the street thinking use a turn signal, you asshole? Don't explain your thinking to the Nazi pigs, it is better if they misunderstand what they rape from you. By default you are only ever thinking to yourself. Work toward the rapid extinction of the Nazi conditioning imposed on you, at least as rapidly as you can manage. Try to extinguish your conditioned responses and replace them with only an awareness of the triggering sensation. Some are random events acting as triggers, while others are purposely inflicted. It may help to write about what you experience or keep a journal. There are pros and cons to this, though, since the pigs will have access to what you write also. It might provide them with feedback to help them torture you or others. If you complain about something, they will almost surely start doing it to you more. You have to weigh whether writing about it helps you to deal with it, like when you can share it with other people and when you see how stupid it really looks when written out. Stupidity is no barrier to the torturers, in fact it is part of the torture. For example, if you make a self-deprecating joke, it will not be long before the pigs are goading you with the subject of the joke for real. Of course, much of the torture is never anything clever the torturers do, but your own knowledge that these people who do not even know you nonetheless hate you enough to violate your mind and then go to a great deal of effort to try to inflict serious harm on you, often seemingly for their own entertainment. Try tuning out the pigs like you might cure yourself of hiccups. It might work, or at least help you train yourself to ignore the pigs. Notice the nature and source of the signals, the mental gnats meant to annoy you. Parasitic mind fleas. If you think like the monkey, you'll be as dumb as the monkey. If you watch that TV too much, you'll be as dumb as the morons on it. They will entertain you right into digging your own grave. How can a society I detest defile me? How do you deal with a secrecy-bred society of dumb as cows innocent people, Nazi pigs, and victims? Or the collaborators, apologists, and profiteers? What about the people who idiotically ask, why are you ongoing torture victims so obsessed with your torture and human rights, etc.? The social system where no one can talk about the elephant in the living room, even though many people know at least that something is there. Did people not get born with tongues to speak with? Or is this a conspiracy of idiots and cowards? What the hell is wrong with these people? What kind of people complacently live in a society where torture regularly and systematically occurs, pretending it doesn't? Is it still that old pig slaver mentality, or the ability to look away from such abominations as an everyday thing? For centuries it was forbidden to teach slaves basic skills like reading. Is it better if you can read but only have access to lies? Every day for the mind control victims, it is like the rape victim who was to go out and interact in the society where her rapist is still at large. The difference is that there is a whole conspiracy of rapists and they rape the victims each and every day. So perhaps it is closer to what were euphemistically called comfort girls. How do you think it feels to wake up with a pig in your head? Is that the only alternative to being dumb as a cow and wearing a gag in this society? The consensus reality of the average citizen is far, far from the real truth on the ground. Americans are the best liars and biggest hypocrites on the planet. They will probably even be flattered by that description. They love being number one, after all. Hypocrisy is like lies, in the sense that there is ordinary hypocrisy and there is big hypocrisy. If you credibly call an American a big sense hypocrite, they will often start spewing propaganda that celebrates ordinary, everyday hypocrisy, like not telling someone their new haircut looks bad. Americans want to be both peepers and prudes. They want to rig the game and call it free enterprise, and they want to be known for freedom and liberty regardless of any domestic atrocities they commit. You can never untorture someone. If people are capable of outrage, there will be far fewer outrages. How dare those pigs do that to anybody? For victims, if it's not useful or enjoyable or necessary, it's a worthless thought. Zap it out of existence with IFT and think something else. Truly internal, self-mind control is a good thing. External non-consensual mind control is Mengele-like torture. No nuns follow from non-consensual externals, except perhaps one to put it in the trash can or a few to analyze it for evidence, nature and source. But think anything you want. I curse the pig shit Nazis sometimes. Focus your anger. Ah, how sad it is, Auschwitz in the springtime. One springtime after another. You will feel stronger some days, fatigued others. If this essay helps you, watch it again when you need a reminder. The Nazi harassment never reflects on you. Visit www.targetedindividualscanada.wordpress.com for more information.